Hi there, this is Kathy Crow. Welcome to the Crow Cottage here in Springfield, Missouri. It is so nice to see you. Thank you for joining me, and sorry if I look a little bit of a mess. You wouldn't have, I know this is sticking up. I have licked my hand and I didn't know I looked this bad. We have people in our backyard working, so we are doing excellent eggs today. I am so excited to do this fun little Easter set. I think the one reason I like this one so much is because it says there's no bunny like you, and I don't like puns, but that one's cute. And then the Hello Spring. I love spring because I love flowers, and spring just is always filled with so many new things and the hope of wonderful things to come. So anyway, spring has always been a favorite of mine, and in my newsletter today, I showed you, I believe, I don't really even know because I forget, what I've done. I'm always on one project or another, and like 10 steps ahead of where you think I probably am. Just because I kind of have to get things done way ahead of time because, things come up and I have to be available to do things. This one is so cute. I don't know if I gave good enough instructions for it. I hope I did. The radiating dies, those are super cute. You're going to want those. There's only a couple of them. They're probably one of the less expensive, frame type dies. And that's what's the background on those. This egg is so cute, and there's just so many ways to do it, so many colors. I really like that little ribbon and the gems on it. So fun, easy to do, a lot easier than regular eggs, that's for sure. Now this egg is a really special one. So when I saw that stamp, I wanted to do this, and I haven't done it very much, so I'm going to have fun with that one today. But I am doing first the jelly bean bag. Now, having said that, I wanted to do a different egg project because there's a lot of things you can do with this little egg set, and so we might play with another one too. We'll see. So let's see what else is going on. So if you hear a lot of noise outside my window, it's because we've got guys hauling rock and digging in the backyard because we are doing a retaining wall back there. And just a little retaining wall. Like I told them when I was first envisioning all of this, I wanted just a little retaining wall because I was hoping we could get a little retaining wall that wouldn't cost very much. It's just in a tiny little spot by the corner of our house where it wasn't quite draining properly. And although it wasn't damaging our house in any way, the threat was that it could in some point in time, So anyhow, I'm a worrywart, and my husband doesn't worry about things. He has me to do that for him. So anyway, we're going to have our little retaining wall, but it's always bigger and more, everything's always more than you want it to be and what you think it should be. Like when I got the first bid, it was like, are you kidding me? I can't afford that. And I just need a little retaining wall, but they enlightened me about what that actually means. Water draining, there's some issues with that. Now I'm trying to mess with my camera, and I'm really sorry this is taking a little longer than it should, but I'm trying to get everything in, and it's, as always, a challenge for me to do that. Now, as I'm doing it, you can see I've got some things on the side here, and I have our stamp set that I'm using. Oh, my polka dot trim. I left it over here. Let me go grab it. This is such cute trim. I haven't really used it very much because, I don't know. I just forget I have it. It's on low inventory again already. It went out of stock, I think, for a little bit. And then it came back, and it's on low inventory already. This is going to be gone super fast. And this is one of our cutest ones I think we've had in some time. This is not something you're going to find at the craft store. I've looked. There's sometimes our ribbons and things are stuff, you would find somewhere. else, I suppose, if you're looking. And so anyhow, I'm just saying you're gonna want this one. All right, now instead of moving the camera anymore, I'm gonna just slide you down. How's that? Let's see if that works better. Haha, better. All right, so now you can see where my website is. If you go here, you can sign up for my newsletter, and you're actually going to see a blog once in a while. I try to do it, but I forget. And so anyway, it's just one of those things I try, of the many things that I try to keep up and don't always do so. This is my store. If you want to come in on that QR code, since it's angled weird here, I don't know if that will actually work on your phone. If you take a screenshot and then zoom in, you might get it. There's the Square store. This is where you can find classes, and occasionally I have tutorials up there. I always have many tutorials. Like the one I'm doing today, this is going to be this is a 3D. My 3D things are always available, and even old ones, they're always available. Those are ones that I've already done, so it's not that hard for me to shoot those instructions or the video that went with it. Now today, you're going to get this video for free, so you wouldn't need it. But, some of the things that are on there are little projects that are 3D projects that you will not find, just anywhere. And then this is the newsletter. And here's my little list. So I'm going to move my little list up here. Okay, so you can see what they are. So the polka dot trim is this. This is the Excellent Eggs bundle, and you're going to see the whole thing. The bundle is what you want because you get the dies and the stamps for 10% off. The embossed tile, the distress tile embossing folder is this. And so I've already embossed that piece, but I've got the folder here so you can see. This is the size of it. It's not one of the 6, but I prefer this size. The big 6x6 ones are okay, but they are a little harder to put through my machine, just as in space-wise. I can't turn them as easily. This one, if I have to, because of the way things are working, sometimes I have papers kind of shoved in a corner of it. I don't necessarily want the whole thing embossed. I can kind of put this kitty corner a little bit in there and run it through, but you cannot do that with other embossing things. So we'll put that aside. Now we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much again for liking and sharing. You can go to YouTube to see these things always. On Facebook, these videos will be disappearing after 6 months, I have them set for. That's just to keep things current and to keep things from loading up too much. I think all of these companies are having a hard time managing all the stuff we put out. All of us crafters and art people and everybody. I mean, we're constantly working and putting new things out, and it's just there's tons of cloud storage, I'm sure, but they'd like us to pay for it. And since this is not paid for, they gotta work. They gotta do stuff. I don't know. I have no idea how that works, how much digital stuff you can store without it actually costing something. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do, let me give you my dimensions. First of all, I'm going to cut this sheet in half. So we're going to end up with a sheet of cardstock that is 4 1/4 across by 11, and I'm going to score that in half. And then we're going to do on the other side of it. Oh, I need another piece of lemon lolly because I need the bottom too. So I'll have to get one of those out. And then this one, we're going to take the other half. It will also be 4 1/4 by 11. And then we're going to score it at 5 and 6. Let me see if I have a scrap of lemon lolly over here. I think I do. In fact, I can see that I do. I've been using lemon lolly a lot. This is like one of my favorite new colors. I love it. It's not new anymore. It was in the last catalog. Did you guys know we're getting new colors? We are, because it's in color time. Every year we get new in colors. I love that. Okay, so 4 1/4. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to score this one for this inside little bottom of the bag. So we're going to score it at 5 inches and 6 inches. And I don't really need that arm out yet. So 5 inches. Okay, score that. And at 6 inches. Okay, so I'm gonna just bend that so I can see that's what that one is. And then this side of it, we are gonna score it at 5.5. Okay, 5.5. There we go. That's perfect. I have realized that my score, either my track or my board is off just like, oh man, 1/32 of an inch. Uh-oh, my video's freezing already. Oh, can you believe this? I think I've learned to just not panic over it because it's just my computer. It's not really me. It's the computer is freezing over there. So stuff, you know, I don't know why it is. It's like, come on. Anyway. All right, so now I'm not getting out my bone folder because I don't really need to do all of that. Now we do need the little bottom of the back. So we're going to cut this piece 5 1/4 by 5. Okay, so 5. Well, let's go 5 1/4 on this side because it's longer. 5 1/4 by 5. Okay, so I've got my 5-inch side up here. And so we're going to score this 5-inch side at 2 inches and 3 inches. Okay, and then we're going to turn it, and I'm going to score it 1 inch on each end. So 1 inch here and 1 inch on the other side. And I'm just putting it at the 1 inch on that side to easily hold it while it's doing it. And then we're going to clip with scissors. I'm going to just use my little handy dandy easy snips here. I'm going to clip it so I can easily fold this with just a tiny smidgen of cardstock out. Not much though, because I do want this to be a nice bottom. And I forgot to get, I had jelly bean eggs, like I bought, Jeff loves real licorice flavor, and I don't see it all that often. Most people don't like real licorice, I guess, because we don't see that flavor much. So I saw some jelly eggs in whatever store I was at looking at the the Easter stuff a couple of weeks ago, and they had black jelly bean for Easter, black jelly beans, jelly eggs they called them, you know, but they were actually just jelly beans, but licorice. So I bought those for Jeff. He loves that stuff. All right, but I don't have it because I gave them to Jeff and I forgot to get them. And I'm sure he ate them all anyway a long time ago, knowing him. He loves them. All right, so let's burnish these. And then I'm going to make this into its little box that's going to fit in the bottom of our little jelly bean sack for Easter. So just burnish all of those. It'll make it a lot easier to fold and glue when you do that. And it is very cold outside today. I told those guys when they came, you guys picked the coldest day of the month work in our yard. Our poor lawn guy. I didn't even know it was our lawn guy. He's the owner of the business. And Jeff said, there's that guy. I think I think they're here because of rain, they had to delay. It was supposed to be done last week, but they had to delay it. So, all right, so I'm going to glue that, and then I'm going to just glue one side too, so I can shove all this together here. You could use tear-in tape too if you wanted. Let's do it like this and like this. I don't, because I actually am used to getting glue all over my hands, I guess, or something. I don't know. I just do. Anyway, he was sitting out. He's like got this huge flatbed out there in the street right in front of us. And I'm having them tear up 3 sections of our backyard grass. I told him just take the grass off because I'm going to plant in those areas. No, I'm not doing a garden. Jeff keeps saying, you're not doing a garden. I'm not. I need some planting areas for bushes. You know, when we came from, the ground was sand mostly. So, like, I had to water it all the time, and it's so nice to not have to do that here. Oops, I'm doing it the wrong way. I wanted the, oh well. It's going to be on the inside of the sack anyway, so, oh well. Actually, I can still do it right. I can do this like this, and this like this, and then that's, no, that's still not right. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to just do it that way because it's already being done that way. Once you've got things going, when you've got glue on it, you just want to go with it and make it work. See, what I did is this is the side I wanted on top. I screwed it up, but okay. I'm going to let that go. So this is your sack. That's going to go on the inside of where this is. But don't glue it. Do I glue it down? Yes, I do. I glue this down. So this is going to go here like this. And then we're going to have this here. Okay, so I'm just talking to myself because I'm making sure that I'm getting this right. This, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to put tape on this one rather than glue. Let's do some tear and tape because I just want it to be on the bottom of this. And tear and tape, I don't have to hold it down. That glue, kind of you have to hold it for a little bit. So let's just do some tear and tape. So we saw him sitting out there on the machine that's digging up the grass, tearing up just that layer of grass. And because I don't want the topsoil gone, obviously. And he was sitting out there. It's cold. Today, I think it was 28 when I woke up. And if there's a wind blowing, it's like super duper cold out there. So anyway, since I saw him sitting out, we were getting ready to go to coffee. So I said, okay, I'll go out and talk to him for a minute while you go on to coffee. I'll meet you down there. And when I went out there, I said, oh, hi, I didn't even know you were, I didn't know it was you. I thought it was just one of your guys just waiting for everybody to start. He said, no, I can't get this machine to start. This is a rental. They were trying to get a part for the one that they have. They actually have, of course, this same machine, but one of the reasons I guess my job was delayed a while is because they've been waiting for a part. You know, to wait for a part these days is no small joke. We were waiting for a part for our furnace. I'm glad our furnace was working fine, and I'm glad we got our motor replaced, because if you had to wait for it, you would have been frozen to death if it had not been running. So now we're good, but sheesh, it took, I'm not kidding. I think it's been 3 months we've been waiting for that part for the motor, and it finally came in. So our furnace is finally like new again, almost, and that's good, because like today, it gets super cold here. All right, so we want this in the center. I'm going to have to stand up and kind of get my head in here a little bit so that I can get this accurately placed. Doesn't matter which side is up. It's not at all going to matter. I just want it to kind of be in the center and like right on where that fold line is, and then just push that down so it stays on there really good. It's hard to get my fingers in there, so I'm going to use this and press that really well. And now this is going to go up here. Now you can glue these here if you want to, because you know, what I'm going to do is we're going to take this, and this is going to all fit inside so that I can have a nice front for my card, and then you can open it, and so you can have your little greeting and all of that. Make sure this is gonna be right in there. Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna do this separate and then put it on after it's all done. So this actually this part needs to stay free so it can be opened up so they can easily get their little jelly bean treat out of. But this back part is going to be attached here, and then we're going to attach it here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this. and glue this back part down. But then I'm going to set it aside. And then we'll come back to it. Now, if you were going to stamp on this, then you would have wanted to have stamped on it before we applied our box. So I hope if you're doing this along with me, I hope you're prepared to do another one. I mean, you can still do it because we haven't, so you can stamp. It's just a little more awkward. It'd be better if you were stamping right on it to have done it already. Okay, we're going to set this aside. All right, and now we're going to work on this and pretending this is our cover. Now, let's make sure which side is a little less even at the bottom, and it's that back side, so I'm going to put that on the back. This will be our front, and I'm going to put my little template away for this project. There. And now we want to do a nice front for our little Easter bunny, and I really wanted to use this egg that I've already got in here. I've been working on these. So what I already did is I took the largest egg die. You get all these little Easter eggs. They're so cute. There's these 3 little stitched eggs, and then there's this little designed one that has these cutouts, and then I just glued it down on some azure blue and then trimmed around it. We're going to probably use that one. And then I've got some random pieces that I've cut with these. There's the scallop. This is one side of this. Actually, I think this is one of my basic borders, I bet. Yes, it is. There's that basic border. So that's what that one is. I pulled out a bunch of my scallopy edges and have been using those with this set. It works really well that way. But this is one side of it. So my old bric-a-brac die, when you cut it, it doesn't quite match up with the one that comes with this egg. So anyway, this is the die though that cuts this out. So that's how it looks when we cut it out. So I took like my very vanilla and cut out a big one. And then I cut out the azure blue and took my scallop die and cut my my egg in half, and then I cut it again to get this opening. Okay, and then I just glued those pieces onto my very vanilla, and then cut this bric-a-brac out of my lemon lolly, which gave me this piece, and then just glued it on there and snipped off the edges. All right, so we'll probably work on some more of those eggs later, but I wanted to get one going anyway, just so that I saved us a step there. So I do want to have one egg is going to be up here. I want to say my Happy Easter sentiment on it here. Okay, this is definitely an Easter card, although sometimes Happy Spring, if you're just doing the bunny, will work out really well. But this is Easter. I want my little jelly bean egg sack to be appreciated properly. So we're going to do ribbon down here. We're going to do this here. And I just feel like we need a little bit more. Might do you a little bit more of something. I don't know what, just a little bit more. So we've got some edges that I can place in here if I want to, like that. I do have a fatter one too that I can use if I want to do a fatter one, but I don't think I want to. And I do really want I really want to have ribbon at the bottom just to keep this closed when it's closed. And I'm not really liking that. So we're going to go ahead and use the little skinny one that I've cut out already. And we're going to stick that on the side and call it good. Now you could probably stamp something, but I'm going to look at my stamps. All I really have is the bunny, and I really like the bunny. We're going to do the bunny separate and put the bunny on there, but I don't want to stamp him right on. We don't have a lot of like a texture-y type background sort of stamps. You could use some of this in it, I suppose, and do that on the background. But I'm thinking that'll be too busy. So we can just do our little Happy Easter right here in the egg first. Oh, so cute. So how's your weather? Is it as nice as ours? It's sunny. It's cold. If you like cold weather, you'd be so, so happy. So anyway, I went out there. He said, yeah, I just can't get this started because of the steps. There's certain steps you have to take. I had to rent this machine. This isn't my machine. And I'm not really sure. And he was just on the phone right then, waiting for them to answer him about how to start the machine. And so while I was talking to him, they answered it and got it. He got it on right off. So he said, now, can we use the driveway? So we've got a lot of rock and stuff to... Oh, yes, yes, yes. So I went down to the coffee shop and told Jeff, we can't use the driveway. And they are busy, busy, busy. Happy Easter. Oh, you are so cute. I love Easter. It's fun, fun, fun. I wish I could be with our grandkids when they do their Easter egg hunt. I am going to so miss that again. I never get to be part of that. Oh, so sad, so sad. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this. Easter was always one of my favorite holidays with our kids. Oh, because I like chocolate Easter eggs, you know, and I like the Easter egg hunt. That was one of my favorite things when I was a kid. And I think it might have been because I was probably the only one that did it. My brother and sister are 6 and 7 or 5 and 6. 6 and 7 years older, I think. And, you know, so they were way too old to be doing Easter egg hunts. I'm going to put this above my edge just a little bit so that I can clip it nice and even against the card there. Oops. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use my other scissors to do that. There. There. All right. That and that. Now this little egg, you are so cute, but you just need a little something, don't you? You're a little bland, just as is. So I'm gonna find, we've got, what are you? Pacific Point, that's no good. I know I have got the right marker here somewhere. Where are you? Aha, Azure Afternoon. There we go. Azure Afternoon. I am going to attempt to add a little color here. So we're going to just take the fine point and I'm going to go right over my stitching. There. 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 Okay, I'm trying. And there. Okay, now we've got just a little bit of color there. And if you're not happy with it, you can do another one too, but I'm afraid I'll be too wobbly if I try to do another. I think I might do the stitching. We've got two different stitchings. We've got dot, 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 and actual stitching. I think I'm going to go with the dot, 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 and just color right over that with my marker. And then that's just going to give me a little bit of color where there wasn't any. And then I think what I want to do is we'll find a lemon lolly dot. Well, those are Parakeet Party. I thought those were lemon lolly. They're not. Let me find a lemon lolly dot or something close. Ooh, I forgot I've got all kinds of things in here. It is nice to have a whole lot of different dots. It's true. How about that? Is that close? It's really not. I really want lemon lolly. Don't I have any? I could color some lemon lolly. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do some pearls. Since I can't find any really handy, let's just do some pearls and I'll color them lemon lolly. And we're going to put those on there. These are so pretty, aren't they? Lemon lolly. So you want to get your blending, your marker will just wipe off, no good. Gotta use a blending pen, but you can color white anything you want. So we'll get our dark lemon lolly, and let's see, do we want the big ones? I think we want the big ones. Let's do the brush end. 1, 2, 3, we'll do 4. I don't really know if I need 4, but we'll do 4. Very pretty. All right. Oh, you guys are nice. And let me grab my little spatula tip. Where is it? All right, now we're going to try to get you on here. So I'm going to take this off so I can get these right in position where I want them. We're going to put these right here. Let's start with this one. They always flip off if I just... and I've flung them across the room I don't know how many times when doing it this way. There we go. Now you're stuck to the spatula really good. I've got a dot stuck. This is what happens with these. They always get where I don't want them. Okay. Put you back. Right there. Oops, there it went. They go. They're so easy to get off when you don't want them to get off. Ah, there we go. That one was nice. Let's get another one over here. There. And one more. Come on, stay put. There. Let's get the one that came off and stick it back on here. All right, we're almost done here. Get over there. Sheesh. It sticks, right? It sticks so good where I don't want it. This is one reason I don't use these as often as I would like to. Is I don't have the patience to be dealing with placement of gems. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. You guys are on, and you're cute. It's definitely worth it. It's just they're kind of a nuisance. Now, if you wanted to dress up this egg at all, you could probably do that with these. That might be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Should I? Ah, sure. Why not? Since I have it out and I'm struggling, I might as well just keep going with it. Okay, there. These are so cute. I really do like these the little gems on the eggs. Adds a lot. The rickrack and the scallops are good, but they're even better when you add little gems. Now these are, I believe, what is it? Iridescent pearls. I don't think I have. Oh, here it is. Iridescent pearls, basic jewels. Iridescent pearls. Now today, if you buy this whole kit that I'm showing you, basically, which includes the ribbon, the bundle, stamps and dies, and the embossing folder, the distressed embossing folder, I will send you the iridescent pearls if they're available. Sometimes these things aren't available, so I can't do it, but I think these are. These are like super basic. They're usually available. I'll send that to you for free. You'll also get a Crow stamp on your Crow Rewards card. For every $50 or more you spend, you get one of those, and that would cost you $50. Actually, it'd be close to 60 probably. Okay, you are too cute. Too cute. We're going to stick that on there with some dimensionals. And this little sack will almost be done, but I do need to do the ribbon. That's why we haven't assembled everything yet. So let's go ahead and do you with some dimensionals. I hear them still, so I went out to see what they're doing. They've dug everything up perfectly, exactly where I wanted it. They've got, I haven't seen the what are they, blocks? They're not concrete blocks, but whatever, you know, the wall stone, not stone. They wanted to do flagstone. Like, I do not want flagstone. So it would look better, and I could have planted in that. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want it to be like just a wall. This is on a corner, kind of like behind the stairway deck, the deck stairs. It's in a corner. It's not in a showy place at all. I want it to be totally functional and just keep water away from the house. So I haven't seen that, so I don't know what that color is, but other than that, the rock they're going to put out there is exactly what I wanted. Okay, like here. And then since we're going to put this here, we're going to put this here. You just want to put dimensionals underneath the one side and then glue on the other side so that you have them nice and level. And that's something that you don't think about sometimes when you're doing tutorials. I'll say glue and put dimensionals and glue on it, to adhere it. And I'm hoping you kind of know what I'm talking about. We're using both glue on that side and the dimensionals to make it nice and level with this egg. Okay, perfect. Now we need the ribbon. And I could use my blue ribbon, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use this ribbon. Now, I could use my marker and make it blue, but I don't think I'm going to do all that. All right, we need it to be long enough to cover it and have a nice bow. Now, we're going to do, this ribbon needs to be, get rid of my trash. It needs to be, and I want my polka dots to be seen, but this part's going to be glued on the inside here, like this. Okay, and then I need to make sure there's enough to come around and tie. It looks pretty good. All right, so we're going to put some tear and tape on here, and about where I want that ribbon and that bow to be. Just a little bit, just to hold that ribbon in place. So it's going to be about right here. And we'll lay that down. Okay, now we can glue this in on top of it. Now this part might have some tugging going on if they're pulling jelly bean sacks in and out of it, so I'm going to get plenty of glue on there and then we'll clip it down. Okay, there's plenty of space at the top and the bottom. This is a little, don't get here. Yeah, there we go. It's a little sack inside. And then you've got your little card front. The other reason I wanted to do it this way is this gives me plenty of room to write. And right here, and I've got my front, looks so cute. Okay, and we can tie it in a nice little bow. And I've got my little sack. I could have put my little sack in there, but I didn't. We're gonna go like that and like this. This is really pretty ribbon. I love it. It ties nice. I don't have a lot of luck with ribbon, and that one is so, so cute. So just imagine your little jelly beans in there. You could do whatever color you wanted, and it would look great. Okay, I think I'm good on that one. So that is that. Now, I'm gonna do one more for you, and because I wanted to show you the cute little bunnies. I'm gonna clip that there just to make sure that's staying nice and glued. I wanted to show you this cute little bunny. He's so cute. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna put a bunny on there. I didn't. You know, you don't even need it. This is too cute even without. If you wanted to put a couple of little dots there, you could, but I do think that's pretty cute just as is. So take your little white bit of cardstock, your basic white cardstock. We're gonna stamp the bunny stamp with black. Use tuxedo black so that you've got an ink that you can use those color blends with. Okay, we're gonna stamp that guy on there. Isn't he cute? Those little bunnies are so cute. You can leave the bunnies white if you want to. I think I might leave them white. It kind of depends on what you're doing. And then let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna do, I have got, okay, so I've got my, this is very vanilla cut in half. I don't think I want very vanilla though. I think I'm gonna want white. I'm not sure, I haven't figured that out yet. This is my basic white though that I embossed with the Distressed Embossing folder. Embossed that already. This is our painted lavender paper. It's very pretty. I want to use that. And then I also have a distressed tile piece of crumb cake. So because I'm doing the crumb cake, I don't know, I'm torn. Do I want white bunnies or crumb cake bunnies? And I'm kind of leaning toward crumb cake bunnies. Let's see what we can do. So if we do crumb cake bunnies, let me put us down here a little lower so you can see what the coloring is going to look like. I have to roll my chair over. Let's move these things to the side. All right, we have crumb cake, and I've got ivory and bronze. Those come together. And let me make sure this is bright enough here. Okay, I'm going to start with my dark crumb cake. Yeah, I don't think that's going to... Oh, he doesn't have any lines in him. This little bunny doesn't really have any shading in him. We're going to add a little bit. Like a little, right around his little neck. Okay. And there's a little around his tail there, just a little on the bottom, around his leg. We're just going to add a little, I think we'll leave his little chest white. And maybe on the bottoms of his little ears, we'll just put a little bit of dark color. Okay. Oh, there's another bunny hiding over here. Oh, there's a little ear. Okay. So that's that, and then that was the crumb cake. Let's see what the light crumb cake does when I use it, if it's too dark. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and color them in with light, but I'm going to leave their little noses and their chests white. And, of course, a little white tail. And then on the inside of the ear, I'm not going to do too much because I want that to be pink. Do their little paws. So he's not very dark. If you want a darker brown bunny, you would want to use bronze with the dark. You'd want to use bronze for the lines and dark crumb cake. I might do one like that so we can see how it looks. Oops, I forgot to add the lines to that one. Maybe we'll do it with that one. Sometimes these pens are kind of on the dark side, so you can use pencils when you don't want it to be quite so dark. All right, so let's try the bronze. Let's see how that looks. Bronze, right here, a little bit, there, and there, and there, and there. That's pretty dark. And then the dark crumb cake. Ooh, you're way too dark. So we're gonna, that's darker than the bronze, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna use our ivory instead. Sorry guys, I see them trying to get through people. Our street is so narrow that when there are trucks parked on both sides, you can't get through. It's so annoying. I hate being the annoying neighbor. Right now, we are the annoying neighbors because when people are parked so that you can't even get through to your own house, it's like super annoying, right? Super annoying. And we are right now the annoying people because they've got only 2 trucks and 2 trailers, but shoot, they're both parked too close together. It looks like they tried not to, but they didn't really succeed. Sorry, neighbors. Sorry, sorry. Okay, that was ivory, and this is the light crumb cake is going to be better than, I want a lighter bunny than the darker bunny. Okay. So cute. Little bunnies. Now on the green for the background, oh, and the stones. I could have gotten some gray, but I kind of forgot, so I'm not going to bother. I'll just use my dark crumb cake again. And we're going to do the shadow part of the little stones. Little stones, or are they, I think they're stones. They look like stones to me. That's dark crumb cake. Let's look at bronze on top of that. It's a little on the dark side. We'll do it a little, but not too much. And then we'll just get our light crumb cake out again. With all that dark, if you run it over pretty good, you're going to get a little bit different color so that the stones aren't exactly the same color as your bunnies. You don't want them to be the same color as your bunnies. Oops, I forgot his little ears there. Okay, now we've got your stones, and now for our green. Let's see, I've got, oops, this is mint macaron. So I don't know if mint macaron is gonna work. I actually use other pens at times. Oh yeah, it's gonna work perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna use some dark mint macaron on all of these lines. Just don't knock yourself out. It does not have to be perfect little lines. Ooh, my mint macaron is running out. This is a retired color, so you're going to need to find another pen color that's similar, or you're going to end up with something much darker. Why is that running out already? Wow. It is. That side's definitely gone. I think I have some more, so I'm fine. But for this project, I'm not hunting for the new ones. We're going to just hope you last until that last bit is gone. These are definitely done. Let's see how the light is doing. Sometimes those are usually worse than the dark. All right, it's pretty worn. I am going to have to cheat here. So we're going to go on there. Actually, having it run out's not bad because I'm going to get super light coloring, but so light that I can't even see it. I am going to have to cheat and bring out one of my Copic pens. So don't just look away. Look away. All right. So we're going to color all of this green. It doesn't matter if I go on my stones a little bit. Just don't go on to your flowers because especially if you, I'm not doing lemon lolly, am I? No. If I was doing it with this egg though, lemon lolly, I would want to keep those little flowers very, very light. Keep them white so my lemon lolly would shine through. As long as you don't color over a bunny, you're fine. You don't want a green bunny. I don't anyway. Maybe some people would like a green bunny. Did you guys wear green yesterday to church? I could not believe how many people were wearing green to church. Why is my computer freezing all the time? But it is. It's like seriously freezing all the time. Wow. I don't know why, but it's very annoying. Oh well. Hopefully it's not my feed. I think it's just my computer. I blame it on Microsoft. I have to blame it on someone since I know nothing about computers and I can't fix it when it acts up, which it does frequently. And it's new. It shouldn't. New computers never used to act up right out of the box, ever. But they do now because they're constantly sending messages back and forth to Microsoft. Okay, so I am going to use my lavender, my Highland Heather. It's going to go with our painted lavender really nicely. And our crumb cake is going with those little bunnies. So we're going to do, let's try the dark and see if it's going to be too dark. It's pretty dark. I'm going to just spot little spots on those flowers. There's a few. There's some there too. Those are probably dandelions, but we're turning them into little purple flowers. Right now in Springfield, we have all of the, whatever the weed is that grows rampant, all over with beautiful. They're not quite as purple as this. They're more of a purple red, not a blue purple. Now I'll use the light one just so that those flowers aren't so dark, but they're definitely purple. You can see a haze of purple in the grass and it's all weeds and I love it. And then if it happens to be a place that no one's paying any attention to, they have beautiful little spots of gold with the purple all over and they are dandelions. And yes, I know nobody likes dandelions, but they are so pretty. I told Jeb, it's like it was planned. Actually, the perfect color combination. Yellow and purple and green. And just planned by God. And they are a weed, I know, but they are beautiful. So I hate it when people cut them down. I wish they wouldn't do that, but they do. Because they can. And if they're cutting it down, usually that means they're doing something good with it, so it's perfectly okay. All right, so we're going to cut this little egg out and do another card with that. Let me grab that die. Oops, that's the big one. I don't want the big one. It's the medium one. Let's see if I can get my magnet to behave itself. It's not quite there. Right there. Every time I shift it, it's like, no, not quite. Close, but not quite. There we go. Aren't you cute? All right, so we have that cut out, and now we can assemble our little card. All right, I need I might do a crumb cake base. Or do I want a white base? I still haven't decided. All right, so we're gonna do this piece on top of this piece on top of this piece. So I think we'll do Highland Heather, actually. So let's grab, let me see if I have a scrap of Highland Heather over here. I might. I do. I don't think I have a big enough piece though, so. There we go. There's my Highland Heather. We will do a big piece of, since these eggs are like directionally vertical instead of horizontal, we're going to go with 4 1/4 and make this card open up and down. Score it at 5 1/2. Okay. Trim that tiny bit off there, so it's perfect. And then we are going to take our embossed piece that I've already done. Let's cut off this edge, and I'm going to flip it over so that I'm cutting the side that is not raised. That'll probably work a little better. And then we want this to be 5 1/4. And we want this side. Oops, let's turn it again and do the back side. You do have to be a little careful because it can tear when it's already embossed like that. And the reason I usually emboss and then cut is because even though it's just slight, your embossing will change the sizing just a tiny bit, you know, because it's using up some of it to raise it up. So why is it, I'll go on this side then. All right, so I think that's good. We just need that little bit of color on the edge. So let's go ahead and glue that down. I love this embossing. Now, if let me look here really quick. I'm going to be covering a lot of this up. But if I thought, you know, I want more purple in here so I can see that embossing better, then I would take my ink pad and just barely touch it to give it a little bit more. But if I'm going to do that, I might want to do it on this. I'm going to go ahead and put both of these together. One's going to be smaller than the other, and we're also going to pull this in too. So this is going to cover up a lot. I'm not really going to worry about making this embossing stand out too much because a lot of it's going to get covered. The texture is more what I'm going for here than the visual nature of the embossing. Sometimes you just want texture. That's the thing that makes your cards distinguished over mass-produced cards. People who are making a lot don't do texture too much. They just don't. It takes a big step. It's a big extra step. And so that makes your cards really stand out. When you're doing cards for people, they appreciate it so much because it's all these little touches, you know, that just don't happen with people who aren't making the cards. All right, so I took my crumb cake, and this is a standard 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece. I took that edge one. This is this is not Notes of Nature. Our Notes of Nature, though, is very similar. It has like spiral bound openings there. This is the spiral bound part that tears, and then I forget what stamp set that's from. It's an old one, but it's a good one, and I'm using it in conjunction with Notes of Nature a lot. So I just need this to look like a little sheet on here. So we'll start by cutting the top off a little bit and the bottom. And I'm going to kind of work my way through it, making it smaller and smaller until I get the size I want. Okay, so we're going to cut off a pretty good side piece. And then I'm going to just start looking at it and see, how much do I want off? I want to be able to see my white bit underneath, but the other thing you can do that makes texture look really cool is if you tear it, and you can make it look aged by curling it. And if you curl stuff, especially if you've got this is a distressed embossed, it's kind of like a shabby chic thing. So curling and tearing is cool. You can wet it a little bit to get that effect even more. But let me see here. I've got my Simply Chamois, and if I just wet it a bit, that's going to make that curl a little bit easier. Okay, you can see how I kind of got it damp. And you can use anything. A marker's a little too fat to help curl. A paintbrush works better generally because it's got a very nice skinny handle. Now it's nice and wet, so it's tearing, which is fine. I didn't really want it to tear, but it's okay. Okay, so we've got a curled edge. It's also sort of torn, and now that it is torn, I might want to just go ahead and tear and curl again. Okay, so now we've got this. It looks pretty roughed up, which is kind of what I was going for. You can kind of see that it's torn. All right, so we're going to leave it at that. And then we're going to put that down here. I'm still not sure where I'm going to be putting my ribbon, if I want it under this or over it. So I'm not going to glue this down yet. Let's just look, because I want a piece like this too. And since I'm not really using anything with sizes, I'm going to just cut. I could use a die and cut, but I'm really not. Let's see what this ended up being. This was 4 inches by 3 inches. Okay, 4 inches by 3 inches. And this one is going to be, let's start at 3 3/4. And let's go to 2 1/4. That's going to be too long. I think our width is fine. We just need it to be a lot shorter. So we're going to stay with 2 1/4. And let's make it 3 inches. And then we're going to be able to see that on there, but it's not covering up all that wonderful stuff. And then we're going to put our little Easter egg here. We can put this here. We can put this here, like that. And we're gonna, I want plenty of room for ribbon still. Tip it a bit like that, like that. There we go. That's gonna work better. Okay, I like that. We're gonna put the ribbon under. And I've already glued my white on, so that's going to be a little bit trickier because I did that. Normally I don't glue that down right off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this, and we're going to mount this piece on some white cardstock, and then that way I can wrap my ribbon around really easily because I do want to use this ribbon. Let's take that. I have plenty to work with. I love it. It's so pretty. So don't forget, buy the whole thing. I will give you those little pearls. Those iridescent pearls are so pretty. You can make them any color you want. And you get a crow stamp on your Your Easter cards are going to look really, really nice. Did I send out my Easter stuff already? Yes, I did. I did. Good. I always forget if I've done things like I want to. Do you do that? You have all these things you want to do and then you forget to do it. Oh, I barely made that long enough. Wow, that was close. Let's turn you. See how nice this ribbon is to work with though? Even I can do a bow. A halfway decent bow. I'm shocked. It's halfway decent. Okay, some of you would say that was okay, but I'm thinking it's just barely. It should have been a little bigger, but oh well, we're gonna live with it. All right, and let's trim this like that, and then like that. Get rid of some of my trash. Got a whole bunch all over here. Oops, my light. Trash. This paper is not sold out, I don't believe. Painted lavender. There's so many pretty sheets in it. So even if you didn't want the lavender stamp set, you're gonna want the painted lavender. It's so pretty. Okay, so now we can put that there. So let's put our dimensionals under. Where did I put them? There they are. We're going to put them on either side of this ribbon. So cute. There went an Amazon van through, so they've left enough room for even an Amazon van to get through, so it's okay. Good. They are working hard. Man, I can't believe what time it is, and I don't think if they've taken a lunch break, they're taking staggered lunch breaks so that there's still somebody working all the time. I'm so glad, because I was a little bit annoyed when I saw how late they were coming today. I thought, if you guys had started a little earlier. I don't think it's going to rain on Thursday. I hope not, but they told me originally they were delaying because of rain. So, just saying. If he had to go rent it, that would have taken some time. And he probably wouldn't have had to have rented again if our supply issues weren't always a problem these days. Okay, so do you remember the days, people, when we had virtually no supply issues? Do you remember those days? They were not long ago, not long at all. Okay, let's go like this. Oh, you are too cute. I love this. This is so pretty. Now this one, I think we'll just glue this down. We're getting a lot of layers going. And if we have too many layers, it just starts to bulk up your card. And then it makes it hard to send because the post office wants to charge you an arm and a leg to mail it. And then we're going to put this cute little Easter egg on here somehow. And we need our sentiment, right? So let's do, it's too cute to not be an Easter egg. It's an egg, so it has to be an Easter egg. Let me grab a scrap of white. There's some white. And let's see what we've got. We've got Happy Easter, which we could do. What else have we got? Oh, there's no bunny like you. We're going to put a little bunny on here. So we're going to do our There's No Bunny Like You. Too cute. Love this little guy. That little bunny. He's too cute. All right, so crumb cake. We could do it in lavender, but I'm kind of liking our crumb cake. Well, I better use my tuxedo black for the actual bunny. man, the garbage truck managed to squeeze through. It was not easy. Now, if you want to do a mirrored bunny, because it's kind of nice to do a mirrored bunny, just in case you want two bunnies, well, you're going to need to buy the silicone sheet. Now, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Silicone sheet. Come on. I know you exist here somewhere. Where are you? So I've got like an envelope galore over here. Oh, here you are, hiding. You're not in an envelope, you're in a bag. That's why it's harder to see where you are. So you take your silicone sheet. Okay, make sure it's nice and clean. Stamp your little bunny on it. Get ready, press, press, press. You can even use the back of that stamp. Here, we'll peel him off. Oh, you almost marked that up. Press really good. Nice flat surface. Let me clean him off. And carefully lift it up, and then you've got a nice little mirrored bunny there. Isn't he cute? I kind of like him even better than the other bunny I did. And then clean your little silicone sheet off, and that's how you do a mirrored bunny. Now the bunny does have a die, so let's color him because we want him to be the same color. We'll do our bronze. We're going to leave his little chest white. I'm not doing a lot there, just a little bit. And then I'm going to use the ivory. I know it's going to not be too dark. And I'm afraid if I use the other, it's going to darken him up way too much. Just a little white where his chest is, just a little. Do you leave your little bunny tails white? I always do. I should probably not always leave them white. I'm leaving a tiny bit of white around his eye, too. Just a little bit. So cute. Okay, that one we're gonna leave his little chest a little whiter than that one. I really didn't, I kind of accidentally colored it in. Oh well. All right, so now you have got the bunny die right here, and we can use, we need a little stitched shape of some kind for our sentiment. What have we got? We've got that one. I don't know, that one seems pretty big. Let's see what other ones I've got. I've got smaller ones here somewhere. Where are you? Aha. Oh, my pocket one's got some really nice ones. This is our old pocket envelope, and that little oval, you might be perfect. Let's see. I want an oval. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. Not close enough. Let's see what else we've got. Aha, here's this. I took my dies all out and put them in pockets that are sized such that I can find the size I want. I don't want like a tombstone look though. If I have them out of the set they go with, then I can actually use all my dies. And I can easily find exactly the size die that I want. But if I wanted to sell the set, obviously that would be a problem, but I'm not doing that anyway. So I'm going to cut these in half. And we're going to finish out these cards. Oh no. Oh, sheesh. Drain field issue. Oh my goodness. Oh, for heaven's sake. Why are they talking to me about anything? Jeff, just figure it out. It's fine. All right. So this there, like this. And they shouldn't need me to do anything. They should know exactly what they're doing. Okay, I am going to have to, now they are having an issue, and I just saw the message. It didn't just pop up. It's been popped up for a while, but I was ignoring it because I just thought it was something that Jeff was goofing around posting down below, but it's actually a drain field issue. So I am going to have to zip along here pretty quick so that we can go address the drain field issue, and hopefully they are still working out back, whether I'm addressing their issue or not. Okay, so there's our cute little bunny. I'm not going to put the mirrored bunny on because I just don't want to take the time now to deal with the mirrored bunny. So I am going to be finishing up here very quickly, whether I am really done or not. All right, so we've got this card front. I would put this on a card stock, white, of course. We're going to put that guy there. Isn't he cute? And this little guy is going to go right down here in the corner. I'm not going to complete it. You're going to have to imagine it. I want to be finished so that I can go out and deal with the drain field issue. And since there's not really any issue much, I'm sure it's nothing. You guys have a wonderful day. I will. It should be really nice. And I will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. That's coming up. Easter in a couple of weeks. So here's a good project for you. You can get it out to your family before it's over. Hope you have this set already. It's still available. So go ahead and make your purchases. I will send you your free gift and we'll all be good. Have a wonderful day. Bye.